I'm moving out. I want the world to know. Got to let this show. It was a long time coming, but welcome in. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a massive unhaul. It's going to be the biggest one yet. I think the last big one I did was back in September, and it was like 104 books I unhauled. And that's pretty good. But I wasn't moving house then. I'm moving house now. And I really do want to completely rejuvenate me as a reader. I want to rejuvenate my new library that will be coming when I move house. Oh my god, I was so excited. All of the moving stuff's coming. All the moving stuff. It's going to be a massive moving vlog. There's going to be a packing my library up video as well and destroying the black shelves. The black shelves I've had for too long. I've had them for over 14, maybe 15 years and they are falling apart at the back. So I'm very excited to do all of that. And of course this video is my massive unhaul video. So I'm going to go through my room and unhaul shit. I also have all of my middle grades upstairs too. So I'm going to go through those too and unhaul probably a lot of those also. If you love videos like this, my friend Riley narrated a unhaul video series on her channel recently. I'll link them down below. They were so much fun. I don't think I'll be going as in depth or as thoroughly through my books as Riley did, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to move. I've got plans for the library, which obviously I will be making another video, potentially at the start of July, of me building my new home library. So there's just going to be so many like home library videos coming, but I'll explain everything then of like what I have as a vision for the new place. And unfortunately, like so many of the books in here and upstairs just don't really fit in with my vision anymore, and neither do those ugly ass black bookshelves. So sit back, relax, let's go through everything, and hopefully by the end of this video I'll feel a lot more lighter and I will feel prepared for this new chapter in my life. Oh god, did I just lift my... I'm not... Oh, there's maybe like a little bit of sweat, I'm sorry. I'll not lift my arms up again, I promise. It's raining right now, but it's kind of hot, and I'm also drinking a coffee. Like the video if you enjoy, subscribe if you haven't already. I've got 30 of these boxes for books, but I also have another 20 coming, because I just don't think that these will be enough. And I don't want to get bigger boxes because these boxes can get very heavy when there are so many books inside. So I opted for, you know, smaller ones. Let's see how many we fill up today with the unhaul. This is a corner of my bedroom where I have all of my middle grade books. If you didn't see, and a lot of people didn't see because I had it in my Christmas reading vlog. It was like, have yourself a merry little Christmas reading vlog. I needed more room in the library downstairs because I was feeling very claustrophobic. So I got rid of a couple of the island bookshelves from the library and they had all the manga on. So I decided to change things around. I decided to take the middle grade off of the shelves and put the YA and adult bookshelves on the black shelves, and I put the manga on the shelves that were for the YA and adult books. It is absolutely roasting up here as well. This is why I hate being in my bedroom during the day. But also I have books at the very back here that I was supposed to unhaul like a year ago. Oh my god. So I do have some books I already had in an unhaul pile for a little while, either because I hated the books or I got different editions of it. So firstly, I'm unhauling Murder Row by Small and St. James. Absolutely hate this book. 1.5 stars I think I gave it. And I won't be explaining what these books are about, by the way. I'm just telling you what's going. I have decided to unhaul my original Bone Season series by Samantha Shannon because I do have my pretty Forbidden Planet editions up here. So I don't really need more. There's going to be a lot of duplicates getting unhauled in this video too. But yeah, I'm going to have to be ruthless. I have to be ruthless. I'm so sorry because like these were the original ones. I'm kind of gutted. Some of these I might sell. I might put them on eBay or something. I'm extremely lazy. I did try Vinted once. And every single book I put up there, everybody who showed any interest kept giving me offers that were well below what I was putting them on for. And I was just like, screw this. I already know I won't be getting rid of any classics, manga, graphic novels, or any of the books I have in my nostalgia nook. So they're staying, but I imagine there's going to be lots coming from here. I would like to get rid of the Crescent City 1 and 2 tour editions. I'm pretty sure these are selling for like £200 on eBay or something. What? There are people selling both of them £1,200 for both of them. Are you kidding me? Someone selling them for £500 for both of them. That's quite cheap considering the rest of them. £750, £500 for one. You know, I want to keep these out of the box and we're going to see if I can make some money off these. Oh, this is going to be an absolute... Oh, I already know. I already know. Ascension by Nicholas Binge. Read it. Very disappointing. I think I'm going to get rid of Lore by Alexandra Bracken. I'm not a big fan of the spine being that. It just sticks out like a sore thumb on my shelves and I don't want to keep it. Also, Silver in the Bone, I again don't like that spine whatsoever. And I don't think I'm going to love anything by Alexandra Bracken. I feel like I have read an Alexandra Bracken before. I can't remember which book it was though. See, this is why I'm skipping a lot of book boxes now, because it's just a lot of them just don't appeal to me anymore. I should just cancel them, but I need like early access to things sometimes. Oh, I might just get rid of this as well. Shanghai Immortal by A.Y. Chow. Heard terrible things about it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I've heard terrible things. Yeah, I might as well just get rid of as well. Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. I might, again, like have a look to see if I can make any money off these. I didn't even know this was coming in the book box. I'm not a fan of Cassandra Clare. I don't really want this. But I was going to give this a try still. I was going to give it a try. But life's too short. Oh god, I already know I'm going to struggle for space in these boxes. I'm going to get rid of Once Upon a Broken Heart as well by Stephanie Garber. I just don't have any interest in anything by Stephanie Garber. Didn't she write Is It Carabelle? Not interested in that in the slightest. I know there are some more sequels in this series, but I don't have any of them. So I'm just not going to even bother. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of Celia Imrie's Orphans of the Storm, even though this is signed by Celia Imrie. The actress Celia Imrie, it's signed by her too. It's like, this is kind of special, but I didn't really like this book. It's gonna have to go. I know it's signed, but... Love her in Mamma Mia too. What am I doing? Also, the Evernight edition of Murder Road by Simone St. James also needs to go. I love this edition so much, but again, this book was terrible. I can't justify keeping it. I'm pretty sure I've had this in a few unhauls, The Space Between Worlds. I just keep meaning to read it, and like, I'm sure it was about to be unhauled, and then I kept it. I'm just going to make the executive decision to get rid. The Deep by Alma Katsu. Read it for a Titanic reading vlog. In fact, I think pretty much nearly all of the books I read for that vlog were kind of bad. Love and Other Things. This was a Book of the Month book. I'm slowly getting rid of all the Book of the Month books I ever got. And I only got like 6 of them, I think, in a sponsorship thing. So I'm just going to get rid of this. I don't think I have any interest in it. I've had Only Monster by Vanessa Len for a long time too. I'm sure there are sequels. Haven't got any of them. And not interested. And it's okay. It's okay to unhaul things that you're no longer interested in. I think you should be allowed to do that. We all change as readers. We'll have to go to some paperbacks because I don't think I can fit any more hardbacks in that box. I have the hardback edition of Legends and Lattes, so I'm going to unhaul this. I think this was the self-published edition of it. But I have the hardback edition, I don't need to. The Truth About Keeping Secrets, this is personally signed as well, but it's been a long time since I got this, and I don't think I'm ever going to get to it. It's YA mystery, I think. So I think if my library accepts donations, I will give them so many of these middle grade books. And if not, I have donated to primary schools before, so I can just do that. Happy Here, unfortunately getting unhauled. The Winter House Mysteries, unhauled. Secrets of Winter House, unhauled. I'm just not really the biggest fan of the series anymore. I read the first one years and years and years ago. I liked it enough, but not enough to continue. Song for a Whale, oh my gosh, definitely needs to be in a library, a school library, especially for deaf representation. Raise of the Frozen North, I loved, but I want to unhaul it because I've already read it. House of 100 Clocks, I don't think I'm ever going to read this. I do like A.M. Howell though, they write some good historical middle grade. I'm going to keep my Popkin and Stubbs books because I really do love. Again, I've only read the first book. I need to read the second and third. But I do love the series. So these I'm keeping. I'm actually keeping these ones. Mr. Limoncello's Library. Unhauled, I'm afraid. Oh, The Last Bear and The Lost Whale. Are these my signed, personally signed copies? Oh, they are. They are. Okay, I'm keeping these, obviously. Oh, I really do like Lindsay Galvin's stories. I like Darwin's Dragons. And I haven't read My Friend the Octopus yet. So I'm going to keep those. The Art of Running Away. I'm going to unhaul. Oh, Nura and the Immortal Palace. This was a good middle grade book. It was a Waterstone's Children's Book of the Month. Won't reread it, so it's getting unhauled. Horseboy, unfortunately I'm unhauling. The Wild Fork, there is another book in the series too, I don't know where that is. Oh, The Wild Fork Rising, I'm just going to unhaul them. I'm never going to read them. Devil and Anthem Ghouls, unhauling. The Whisperling. Okay, looks a little bit spooky. I'm going to keep it. I like spooky middle grades. Ola and the Wild Hunt. Oh, I like this author too, I do. I'm going to keep. Oh, the Sal and Gabby books. I love the first book, but I kind of lost interest and I just never got to the second one. So I'm going to unhaul, unfortunately. Midnight Magic, I'm going to unhaul. It's very young. This is a very young one. And as much as I love Michelle Harrison, I don't really want to keep it. Same with the next few books. Vashti Hardy, I love her. But Harley Hitch and the Griffin Gate series, they're just so young. They're so much younger than I am, so I don't really want to keep them. Villains Academy by Ryan Hammond, I'm going to keep. Love that. Proud of Me, I'm going to keep. It is a gay middle grade. Rameza, A Fairy Tale, I'm going to unhaul because I've already read it. It was a children's book of the month. 1783 Freedom by Katherine Johnson. I still need to read, but this is a dyslexia-friendly book, so I'll keep it. I got my Pages and Core series by Anna James. I have all of them in hardback, and I started to collect them all in paperback as well. because, again, I do love this series so much. I want to keep them. I'm going to keep them. High Rise Mystery and Mic Drop by Shauna Jackson. Really enjoyed these when I read them, but I'm going to unhaul them because they'll be so great in a school library. Carnival of the Lost and Carnival of the Hunted. I will unhaul those. Oh, Some Kind of Happiness. I still need to read that one, so I want to keep it. Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls. Still need to read it, so I want to keep it. Not Your Sidekick. I've heard this is LGBTQ+, so I'm going to keep it. The Peculiars by Kieran Larwood. I'm only interested in Kieran's other book series, so I'm going to unhaul. Nooks and Crannies, I'm going to unhaul. Tin, I'm going to unhaul. Amina's Voice, I'm going to unhaul. The Elemental Detectives, I do love the way this looks. Okay, I'll keep it. The House on Hoarder Hill, I got this as an extra book in a book box. I've never been interested in reading it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Meddling Kids by Edgar Quintaro. This was my very first book that I thrifted from a charity shop. And I do love Scooby-Doo, but I've heard not so great things about it. Okay, maybe one more paperback in that box and then I should be good. House of Salt and Sorrows. I've had this for a while. I think back in 2019 this came out. This was hyped on the first year of BookTube that I was on, and if I'm not going to read it then, I'm not going to read it now. I am going to unhaul Kingdom of the Wicked. This is the Fairy Loot edition. And also Kingdom of the Curse, which is just a normal edition. Another one that's been hyped on BookTube years and years and years ago that I'm just never going to get to. This one I also saved from an unhaul years ago, Seven Devils. Look, if I have the gut instinct that I'm never going to read it, like if I see it and I know it's not going to get read, it's just going to go. There's no point keeping it otherwise. Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. She Who Became the Sun. I really did want to read this. It must have been like 4 or 3 years ago whenever this came out. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I've had Jade Fire Gold on my TBR for a very long time too. Foxglove King. Again, like these are just pretty much all Fairy Loot books. I have 2 copies of Fourth Wing. One of them is Waterstones, one of them is Fairy Loot. I might get rid of the Waterstones one, but I can't remember which one was which. Oh, this one's Fairy Loot. I'll keep the Fairy Loot one. I'll also see if this can go for some books on eBay. Wicked As You Wish by Rin Chapeko. I just feel like I've kind of moved on from this time of BookTube, and with these ones too. The Bone Witch series. I keep meaning to read these also, but I just know in my heart that I'm probably never going to read them, so. The Binding and the Betrayals by Bridget Collins. I got these when these came out, the Waterstones editions, and I enjoyed The Binding when I first read it, but I don't know if I would love it if I reread it, so I'm just going to say no. And I was going to read this years ago, kept taking off my TBR because it just doesn't sound exactly what I'm looking for in a book. So these are finally going as well. Magnolia fucking Parks. Hated this book. Hated it. I DNF'd it. I really wanted something that was actually toxic, not repetitive and boring. You know? That's what this was. It was just repetitive and boring. Lava Red Feather Blue. I can't even remember how I got this. Oh wait, hang on. It's a male-male romance. Scratch that. Scratch that. Unfortunately, I think All Wives Under the Sea has to go. I was quite bored reading it. I know a lot of people do love this one, but I was very, very bored. Next box. Zoe in the Forest of Secrets, I will unhaul. Wow, this is so uncomfortable. Curiosity House, The Shrunken Head. This came out so long ago, but I don't think I want to end up reading it anymore. Alex Neptune, I'm just going to unhaul. Boy Who Made the World Disappear, I'm going to unhaul. Ian, I'm so sorry. I did used to be the biggest middle grade reader. I really did. So many things happened that made me not want to be a middle grade reader anymore. But also, I used to be a children's bookseller at Waterstones. So a lot of these I got because I wanted to be able to recommend books while I was there. And I haven't been a children's bookseller for 2 years now, so I just don't gravitate towards this as much. I do still love middle grade, it's just not something that I really want to read all the time anymore. Onyeka and Peculiar Tale of Botanical Boy, I'll keep. Glass House of Stars, I'll keep. Goodnight Mr. Tom, I will keep because I read this when I was a kid and I can't remember what it was like. I thought I liked it, but I'm not sure. Okay, I bought 5 Ross Mackenzie books. I'm just going to get rid of all of them. Oh, I'm telling you, the school library, I'll give this to. Will be so happy. Last Gate of the Emperor doesn't really look like my kind of thing, so I'm gonna unhaul. Oh, Tragedy at Sea, This Thing of the Titanic, and the Titanic Detective Agency. These seem pretty good. I do love me the Titanic, but I'm probably gonna unhaul these. This is dyslexia friendly as well, so I think a school library would be amazing for that. Okay, Eye of the North and Starspun Web. I loved Eye of the North when I read it years ago, but I don't think I want to keep hold of it anymore. Wish, I got this gifted to me and I was told that this is kind of sad, so I want to keep it. Oh, I'm too old for this, I'm too old. The Last Firefox I'm going to keep because it is personally assigned to me. I might get rid of the first Shadow Dragon though because I just don't know if I want to read the series. Black Brother I'm going to keep. The Land of Yesterday I'm going to unhaul. For Everyone, this is a little poetry collection, I'm going to unhaul. The Last of the Spirits I'm going to keep. But yeah, on platform 13, I'm going to keep Towers Falling. I have wanted to read this because it is a children's book that deals with 9/11, and I did want to see how middle grade books deal with that period of time. So yeah, I'll keep that for now. Oh, Warhorse and Kentucky's Kingdom I will keep. I'm going to unhaul, unfortunately, The Weather Weaver and The Gathering Storm. Pax, I'm going to unhaul. Incredible Record Smashers, I'm going to unhaul. Oh, How High the Moon was so good, but I'm going to unhaul because I've already read it. Valley of Lost Secrets and When the War Came Home, I'm going to unhaul. Wonder and Oggy and Me were great books when I first read them years ago, but I don't need them in my collection anymore, so I'm going to unhaul. Grimworld, I'm going to unhaul. 10 Riddles of the Quicksmith, I love this when I first read it, but I'm going to unhaul because I don't need to reread it. The Wolf Wilder by Catherine Rundell. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I love Catherine Rundell's stories, but that one isn't one of my favourites. The Turnkey of Highgate Cemetery, I'm going to keep because you know what, if I'm going to keep any of the middle grades, it's most likely going to be the scarier middle grades. The Wee Free Man and The Cobber People, I'll keep because I do really want to read some Terry Pratchett. I've never read Terry Pratchett before. The Yesterday Crumb books, I'm probably going to unhaul. By the way, I'm going to stop telling you what I'm going to keep, because this is an unhaul series. So there is plenty of middle grades that I am keeping. I'm just going to tell you all the ones I'm unhauling. Race of the Sun, I'm going to unhaul. Sarah Normal, I'll unhaul. Legend of Greg, Rooftoppers, and The Girl Savage, I'm going to unhaul. Umbrella Mouse, I'll unhaul. I've already read it, loved it. Why You Should Read Children's Books, I'll unhaul, already read it. Truth Pixie series by Matt Haig, I'm going to unhaul. Voyage of the Sparrowhawk, I'll unhaul. Caravan at the Edge of Doom, I'll unhaul. August and the Orphans, I'll unhaul. Iron-Hearted Violet, I'm going to unhaul. Space Oddity, Infinite Lives of Maisie Day. I like this one a lot. It really surprised me, but I don't need to keep it. I'm going to unhaul Umbrella Mouse to the Rescue. I've already read that series. I'm going to keep all of the Jumbies books. I still need to read book 3. Wait, I don't need to tell people that. Unhauling The One and Only Ivan and The Secret of Haven Point. Unhauling Escape Room and Featherlight. Unhauling No Ballet Shows in Syria and Another Twist in the Tale. Again, good books, but don't need them. I'm going to unhaul The Firekeeper and The Stormrunner. I'm just not really big into Rick Riordan Presents books anymore. There was a time. I'm going to unhaul Twister and Lenny's Book of Everything. Just think of all the amazing kids who want to get all of these books. Dragon Hunter Boy, I'm going to unhaul. Britt and the Ghost Hunters, I'm going to unhaul. Marvelous Land of Snurgs, I'm going to unhaul. Apparently this inspired The Hobbit, but I hate this on the bookshelves because it like sticks out and it's like a sore thumb. And I don't know. Pot Full of Stars, I'm unhauling. A Flash of Fireflies, I'm going to unhaul. And Wild of the Midnight, I'm going to unhaul. The Dragon Rider series, I'm going to unhaul. Magic Born, I'm going to unhaul. I've already read these. Ivy Aberdeen's Light of the World and The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James, unhauling. The Jasbinder Balan books, I've already read, really enjoyed, but I'm going to unhaul. The Miraculous Sweetmakers, The Frost Fair, I've read, I'm going to unhaul. It was good. It's a good little Christmassy book. When a Magic, I'm going to unhaul. Night Spinner, Shadowkeeper, there's another one. Oh yeah, the Dream Snatcher series by Abby Elphinston, I'm going to unhaul. And Sky Song, I'm going to unhaul because I do have another copy of this, another edition. Cemetery Boys by Ian Thomas, good book, but I just don't think I'm ever going to reread it. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Nothing But Black and Teeth. Did not like this book. It was so bad. I found it to be so bad. Apologise. Again, I do have a couple of friends who do like it. Not for me. I'm going to get rid of some proofs, but obviously I won't sell these. I will just, I don't know, I think I can leave them in like a free library. It's very tricky what you can do with ARCs, but I do have the ARC of Babel by R.F. Kwong that I'll save this like a little free library somewhere and just like drop it off. Same with The Mask Fallen by Samantha Shannon. I already own a final copy of this, so I might as well keep that and get rid of that. Go Girls Guide to Murder. This was the ARC copy of that. The King is Dead by Benjamin Dean. Don't need that because I also have the final copy. All That's Left in the World by Eric J. Brown. March 2022 this apparently came out. But I do actually still want to read this, but I would rather have the final copy than the proof copy, so. Gonna unhaul The Gilded Ones by Amina Fone. Oh, I feel bad doing this because it is Pride Month, and this feels a little bit homophobic. I'm gonna unhaul the rest of my Simon James Green books. I have read and enjoyed these, but I'm just not that big on YA, honestly, anymore. Like, I do like it, I still love YA, but if I already read them, I don't need to keep them. And plus, imagine this in a school library, for one. That would be amazing. Same with the other two, Heartbreak Boys, Alex in Wonderland. Book Lovers by Emily Henry, another one that I really did not like, unfortunately. DNF'd it. I would like to read one Emily Henry book where I really fall in love with, and I just don't think that's going to happen. Might get rid of Practical Magic. I did find this book was absolutely fine. I did kind of like it, but I'm not going to continue the series. I kind of already know I'm not going to continue the series, and I just wanted to read this so I could compare it to the film, and I did that like a year and a half ago, so no need for this anymore. Got my Gilded Cage series by Vic James. I keep meaning to read this. I've had these like since 2018, 2017 maybe. earlier. I don't know when these came out. Not really looking to start new series anytime soon. Gonna unhaul The Dead House by Dawn Kurtagich. I keep, again, meaning to read it, but I just don't do it. I never gravitate towards it when I see it on the shelf. I see it, I don't want to read it. I might as well unhaul the Liza Lochlamora because I have the broken binding editions of it, so it's a duplicate copy anyway. Love this book, by the way. Oh, there's so much cat hair everywhere. Otherland I'm going to unhaul. Loki I'm going to unhaul. The list of things I will not change I'm unhauling. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that. Invasion of Crooked Oak I'm going to unhaul. Bloom I'm going to unhaul. Memory Thieves. Furthermore. Shooting Cabal. Land of Never Endings. Bambi. I've read it, I may as well. The Moon Within. Twilight Hauntings. Our Castle by the Sea. The Secret of Nightingale Wood. Ghouls of Howlfair. Harklights. Molly Thompson and the Crypt of the Blue Moon. House of Clouds. Graveyard Riddle. This is ridiculous how much I'm unhauling. Boy Who Fooled the World. Dragon's Green. The Last Wild in the Dark Wild. Murderer's Ape. Sally Jones and the False Rose. That is the third middle grade box full. Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in the Ship of Her Own Making. I liked it, but not enough to continue the series. Oh my god, it's so hot. I've got all the books that I'm keeping piled high on my chair right now. they're gonna fall over. Five Cats of London. I think this is like the Matchstick Girl, I think. Week at World's End, read it. It was good. The Ghost Garden, read it good. Following Frankenstein. This is my art copy of Wind Escape. I'm going to keep that. Glorious Race of Magical Beasts. I'm going to unhaul. Night Silver Promise. I'm going to unhaul. Umbrella Mouse to the Rescue again. Jungle Drop. The Great Fox Illusion. Oh, this is a proof copy. I have the final copy, so I'm going to donate that one. Giant's Almanac. My Life is an Ice Cream Sandwich. I did like this, by the way. That was good. Zachary Ying. The Switching Hour. Finally Seen. The Dollhouse Murders, which actually was... It was good, it was good. Orion Lost, art copy. Adam 2, art copy. The Girl, the Ghost in the Name, art copy. The Umbrella Mouse, art copy. Otley Coulter 1 and 2. Charlotte's Web, I do have a nice fancy edition of that. Oh, I'm going to keep the 10th Kingdom, are you kidding me? I love it. Zero G. Some more Piaz Torre books. The Wild Beyond, The Lost Magician, The Frozen Sea. Saving Neverland. Oh my god. Trying to sort these out when I move is going to be an absolute nightmare. Okay, I just literally nearly emptied this entire box in. All of them I'm keeping. So I better put everything back in. I hope I don't accidentally mix up the boxes. Like, imagine if I accidentally unhaul the books that I wanted to keep. The Gravity Verse. This is another one that is LGBTQ+. School Library. School Library. The Coldest Touch, which I do think I also had this in a separate unhaul video and then put it back on the shelf. Never gonna read it, never gonna read it, never gonna read it, never gonna read it. Okay, I do have good memories attached to this Nun Massacre because I read this in 30 East Drive. And I think this is a fun time, but not gonna ever think about it again. Not enough to keep on my shelves, I'm afraid. Ash, what? Oh, come on, Ash. He somehow managed to fit in the tiniest gap possible to get in that box. Ash, how did you fit through that? Where are you? Well. You do know what? I need these boxes, don't you? The Wolf Den by Elodie Harper. That was beautiful ASMR, wasn't it? Okay, I want to fill a third box, so I'm going to have to go through again just to see if there is something. Okay, I already see. The Hurricane Wars, I might get rid of both of them, because yes, I do have to. I accidentally pre-ordered a Waterstones edition, and it also came in Fairy Loot. I tried the first chapter, and I didn't like it, and then I got so many comments of people telling me some bad things about it, so... It's going. Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. I was supposed to read this years ago too. And now I'm kind of no longer interested, unfortunately. You know what, I'm just going to get rid of them. I do have The Name of the Wind in a special edition, but I do have The Wise Man's Fear and The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. I don't know if I want to continue. I did like The Name of the Wind. I know the series is incomplete. Who knows if the author is going to release another book. I'm kind of past it now. I just don't care. I just don't care anymore. Frost Hollow Hall, Moonchild, City of the Sun, The Girl Who Walked on Air, In Darkling Wood, Letters from the Lighthouse, Secrets of the Sun King, Sky Chasers, The Somerset Tsunami, Strange Star, When We Were Warriors, Moonchild by Joe the Lost and Found. I really love this book, by the way. I do love it. The Graveyard Book, Christmasaurus 1 and 2, and I think that box is full now, so that's box number 4 of middle grade. The Other Alice, I'm getting rid of. The Last Quantista, I did read this, I liked it. Well, I think this is Christmasaurus number 3. Rosemeta, I read it, I liked it, but I don't like this edition of it. It's taller than my other Stephen King's, and I will most likely never ever reread it. Come on, I'm so close to filling this box. Oh, okay, I have 2 editions of Faybound, I'm like, which one do I keep though? Which one do I keep? This one's, well, actually both of them are signed. This one's Fairy Loot, this one is Waterstones. I'll keep the Fairy Loot one and Unhaul the Waterstones one. Wait, maybe just like 4 more books. Still Life. I was interested in this because it seems literary and it's set in Italy in 1944. But as much as I try to be a literary person, I just always end up falling short and I end up feeling worse. I always feel worse because I never seem to understand and get it. Unrest by M. Harrison. This is from like one of my favourite middle grade authors, but this is like their young adult book. And I love Michelle Harrison so much, but I've had this for such a long time, I just don't think I'm ever going to get to it anymore. Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. Let's settle it 2 more. 2 more. Bonus points if it isn't a book box book. 2 Wattpad books, My Life with the Walter Boys and Paper Hearts, unfortunately, are going to have to go. I do have these personalised as well, but my Wattpad days are behind me. Same with Chasing Red by Isabel Ronan. Again, personally signed. Me and Wattpad, we just grew apart. We just grew apart. So this is the 3rd box of young adult and adult books that are getting unhauled. And I think that's enough. I do. I think that's enough. Oh, my back. Got an all copy of The Midnight Guardians, all copy of Tinsel, all copy of Zone the Forest of Secrets, Cameron Battle, Incredible Record Smashers, and The Freddie Yates, all copy of Northchild, all copy of The Ministry of Unladylike Activity, Arc of Eartha Quicksmith and Skyborn, Wildstorm Curse, The Bird Singers. This little free library is going to be stocked. Operation Nativity, The Snowman, Gargantus, Witchstorm, Harklights, Nick Blake, Just Like Everyone Else, Finding Bear, all copy of The Lost Whale. I want to keep the all copy of The Last Bear because this is beautiful and it's signed. Arc of the Chime Seekers, Night I Met Father Christmas, Mia and the Lightcasters, All 4 Quarters of the Moon, Glass House of Stars, Elemental Detectives. I can't do this. I can't do it. The Stitches, Tree Keepers, Nura and the Immortal Palace, The Clock of Stars, When Life Gives You Mangoes, Shadowhall Academy, The Rescue of Ravenwood, The Thief of Farrowfall, The Spectaculars, Clockwork Conspiracy, Starfell 1 and 2, The Unadoptables, The Magic Hour, Lizzie and Bell Mysteries, The False Rose, The Christmas Carols. This is the ARC version of that. And I am keeping pretty much my final copies of these things. I've got a moth down here. I want to get rid of my other Matt Haig books, I'm afraid. They're going... That's it. That is it. All of the rest of the middle grade here, I'm keeping. Oh, I need to get out of this room. I've just carried all the boxes downstairs. But if you want to know all the middle grades that I'm keeping, I have 9 boxes of middle grade that I am keeping. So I'm not getting rid of all of my middle grade. I know it just probably looked like it because I had so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 boxes of middle grade. And I think I'll keep you as well, Ash. I'll keep you as well because I love you. And that's what this corner looks like now. And these are all the books that I am unhauling from this video. Although those 3 boxes are the ones that were upstairs before that I should have unhauled months ago. So really it's these 9 boxes in total that I'm unhauling. There are 6 middle grade boxes and 3 YA and adult boxes. So what's going to happen is I will donate all the ones that have middle grade written on them to a school library or my local library. I'll see what they can take. And the YA and adult books and the various books, I'm going to go and take those to my mum's, and when I can be bothered, I will sort through them, see if there's any that I can sell. So my mum does have a couple of spare rooms that she will be able to put those in, and then yeah, as soon as I can be bothered, as soon as I have time, I will go through them. I have no idea how many books that was. I have just taken all of those boxes downstairs. I am sweating. I need to go in the shower again. But I do feel so much better knowing that all of the books that were upstairs are pretty much sorted. And I've already made a really good start on all the books that I want to get rid of. All I need to do is get rid of those boxes, take them to my mum's, store them there for now until I can sort through them properly, and then get the middle grades donated. But yeah, that is the unhaul. I will still be doing a video of me packing the entire library up, breaking down some of the shelves. Who knows, maybe I might find some more books I might unhaul while I'm doing that as I'm packing everything. I also have a month-long moving vlog that will be coming at the end of June, and I will be having a building my new home library as well once I'm all moved. So if you want to see any of that, then please do subscribe. You'll be notified as soon as those videos go up, and I'm so excited about what June has to bring. All the chaos, of course. With all of this like decluttering that I'm doing at the minute, there will also be some clarity in all of that chaos too. So that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave all your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. What do you do when you unhaul books? Do you use Vinted? Do you go on eBay? Tell me everything down below. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons and my One Piece channel members who support my channel. If you'd like to join my Patreon or my One Piece channel membership, then all the links are down in the description box. But yeah, I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.